this video, I'll be finding out what Americans think about the new Superman film. It's just landed, so we'll get their raw, honest thoughts after they've just seen the film. Stick around back to the end because there's lots of surprises in store. Yeah, I'm here with
Adam Ramirez.
Nice. And where are you from, Adam?
I'm from Miami Beach, Florida.
What brings you to New York, first and foremost?
I moved here about 3 years ago. I'm a human resources manager.
All right, so what made you want to see the Superman film?
Well, I go to the movies every week. I have a Regal pass, so
Wow.
I'm always in the theater. But I'm a huge superhero fan. I'm a huge fan of Batman, the Joker, and they're restarting the DC universe, so I wanted to support James Gunn.
Thank you.
So this movie does well, then we're gonna get more Batman movies in the future.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the film now you've seen it?
I give it an 8.5.
Wow, that's a high score.
Yeah.
Why?
This movie was Superman, you know, truth, justice, and the American way. He was just a nice guy. Superman is supposed to feel like your dad, like you're supposed to feel warm and comfortable with the person. And that's what I felt with David Cornsweet. I just felt warmth and heart with his Superman character. I liked the Zack Snyder movies, but I feel like they were a little too dark for the Superman character.
Okay.
But this is very lighthearted. This is very fun. It was Superman. It felt like I was watching the Richard Donner, Christopher Reeves movies.
Okay, so you like that? You like more lighthearted, more comedic?
It's not that I like more lighthearted, more comedic. It's just the character itself is lighthearted and kind of comedic.
What was the best part of the film for you?
The interaction with Superman and the people.
Anyone in particular he had a great interaction with?
Him and Crypto.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. Yeah. You did have a good interaction with Crypto.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting that. What did you not like about the film?
I wanted to see some type of Easter egg or spoiler or something with Batman. I mean, you didn't see any Batman thing in there.
Okay. What did you think about the two post-credit scenes?
The last one was really funny. The first one was really cute. I'm a grown man saying cute. What?
Henry Cavill versus David Cornsweet. What are your thoughts on that?
Ooh, that's tough. I like them both. I like how Henry Cavill looks. He's jacked and he's a big man, but this guy has more of that. You know, I want to hug this guy. Like, oh, Superman.
That's super sweet. Okay. And any final words to people about the film?
Truth, justice, and the American way. That's it.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you. Hey, with your name?
Daniel.
Where are you from in the States?
I'm from California originally, but I'm here in New York now. I'm in Upper East Side.
Nice. So why did you want to see the Superman film?
I mean, come on, it's Superman. I've been a movie buff for a very long time. I really enjoy watching movies, and so I try to catch everything that comes out, at least if it's within my wheelhouse, and Superman is right there, and so I thought I'll give it a shot.
So without spoilers, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being worst film ever and 10 being amazing, what would you give it as a rating?
I think I would give it probably somewhere around 7 or 8.
That's a good score. Wow. Okay.
I thought it was good, so I'm a bit younger, so I haven't really tuned into all of the oldest like Superman stuff, Christopher Reeves and all that, and so I don't have really a pulse on what the classic Superman is, but it felt really nice. It felt really classic.
What did you love about it or like about it?
I really liked the character. I mean, it's James Gunn, so he's going to do really well with what he does, and I thought there was a lot about it that really wonderfully encapsulated the vibe I felt he was going for.
What kind of thing?
There's a bit in the trailers where Mr. Terrific comes over a gap and he's like, "Come on, man, stop playing around." And Superman goes, "I'm not playing around, I'm doing some really important stuff here." And I really liked that line. I thought that was wonderful, and I was like, there's so many moments there where the characters feel like human beings.
Okay.
And I felt like the message was very classic Superman as well, of like Superman versus Lex Luthor, and I thought that they hit that home really well. So I appreciated a lot of what they did with that.
What did you not like about the film?
I think some of it at the end especially felt a little rushed, and some of it felt a little bit and then, in the sense that like there's so much to cover that we have to be here, and then we have to be here, and then we have to be here, and we can't like spend a little bit more time on some stuff. And so sometimes it would cut a bit abruptly and there were a bit of rushed parts, but overall I felt that it was relatively tight. It was kind of like, it's a little bit like you have to adapt Superman, but Superman is such a big, like all encapsulating thing. So I feel like he did as best as he could, but still there was like the scope was a little bit too big, and so he had to rush some things and some of the stuff was abrupt.
Your thoughts on Henry Cavill versus David Cornsweet?
I think it's too soon. I think maybe 1 or 2 more rewatches, or maybe even 1 or 2 more movies with David Cornsweet. I feel like he's really good at it. I'm not gonna knock Cavill though. I mean, why put another guy down when they both did well?
So you like Cavill as...
Yeah. I mean, it's different sides of the same character.
Yeah.
And so Cavill is going to be that darker Snyderverse side, and David, I think, is the more optimistic James Gunn side.
Yeah,
and so,
that's a good way of putting it, based on what I saw as well in the film.
Yeah, and they had an interview with James Gunn and David where they're talking about the trunks on the outside of the suit, bring the trunks back, and they kind of decided that part of the character was that Superman is trying to look a little non-threatening. He's trying to look a little bit dumb for the kids. And so I think David really captured that vibe as well throughout his character, and I think that's just something different from Henry Cavill.
Well, it sounds like you really enjoyed the film. Any final comments or words?
Go watch it. I enjoyed it. You can take my review, you can take my thoughts, but you should make your own, so you should go see it if you can.
Awesome.
So have
Fantastic.
a good time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Sebastian.
And
Sydney.
where are you from?
We're from upstate, Westchester.
And why did you want to see the Superman film?
We like superheroes, you know?
I chose it I went skeptical into it because I've always been a Marvel fan.
Okay.
But I think I may like DC a little bit more now.
Okay, that's interesting.
Low key.
All
Superman.
right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what will be your ratings?
9 out of 10.
Wow. Okay. And you?
8.5.
8.5. Wow, those are very high ratings. Okay, why?
It's the first good movie I've seen in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You?
the action was good, really
Okay,
good. Really
okay.
well directed, and the dialogue is nice too.
Okay.
You like the music too?
Yeah.
That was interesting because you said it's the first good movie you've seen in a while. What do you mean by that? Have movies just not been doing it for you? And
Ever since COVID, we definitely all stopped going to the movies more. So the movies we see in the theaters are still iffy, but this one was good after a while.
What did you love about the film?
I thought that they were I told them they were clip farming, aura farming, because there were so many good shots, cinematic shots. It was good.
I think my favorite part, like I said, was the music. You know, he hits a pose like she was talking about, and they play this good music in the background. Gets you going. So
Nice. And what did you hate about the film?
I'm anxious to see the other heroes that James Gunn has, like the Flash and all that. So
Okay.
you know, a part of me wanted them to show up and help. So.
Okay. So you wish there were cameos from other heroes in the film?
Yeah.
Do you think people would need to have seen any other Superman films to watch this one?
No.
Henry Cavill versus David Corenswet. What are your thoughts?
David for sure. I mean, he's more in his universe. Henry's just starting out, you know. I feel like David, he knew what he was doing a little more. But yeah, no, he's more grounded in his universe. He knew a lot of people, and Henry, he was just getting started. So I feel like David's
better.
take the W there.
All right.
I say
of course.
Henry.
Henry?
Yeah.
Nice. Different opinions. Why?
He's been a fan favorite for a while.
Why is he a fan favorite for you?
She likes
Not
his
least,
acting.
any final comments about the film?
Nope.
See it ASAP. It's
Yeah.
good. I think everyone should see it.
Okay, I'm here with.
I'm Bobby.
Nice to meet you, Bobby. Where are you from in the States?
I'm from Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
I moved to New York for school, and I'm out here doing film stuff.
Are you doing film studies?
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
So Bobby was just so eager to be on the video and very enthusiastic, so thank you so much, Bobby.
Thanks
So the
for
first
having me.
question is, why did you want to see Superman?
I wanted to see Superman because I like to check in with the state of superhero movies every now and again. It's not so often that I'll go out and see every new installment, but Superman seems like a big switch up for DC as a whole. James Gunn directing and helming the project, as well as the plans going forward for everything. I thought it would be an interesting watch, and I was right. It was actually a great theater experience. Definitely subverted my expectations in a lot of ways. I'm really obsessed with how the camera moves in Superman.
All right, we'll come
Yeah.
back to that. Hold on to that thought. So you I have an idea of what score you're going to give, but a score from 1 to 10.
I would have to give it a 7. I'd have to give it a 7
Okay,
out of
even
10.
though you were giving such praises, now you're giving it a 7.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I really loved it, and I personally identified with it. I'm very critical with things I love.
Okay.
I think in terms of shortcomings, it definitely felt a little formulaic at times. I always just kind of rolled my eyes at fan service. It felt really sincere this time around in a way that really made me question what I was projecting onto it. I really enjoyed it. It was great.
So you think maybe you went in with some preconceived notions,
Of course.
and your preconceived notions were pushed to the side, and you had better outcome as a result, or something like that?
Yeah, I would say that I had an idea going into Superman, and when I came out, it was definitely my opinion of it had changed almost. I think that it does a wonderful job connecting with its audience, and it really is just doing so many things that superhero movies nowadays don't, in terms of grounding their plots and their characters and allowing them to, have fully fleshed personalities. I think this movie really turned my opinion around for Superman as a character.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So what was the best part of the film?
I think the best component of the film is the action, and you have to thank James Gunn for that and his collaboration with his team. The stunt work and the fight scenes were really firing on all cylinders. The camera throughout the movie is just doing so many great things, but when you enter the fray and people are fighting, it elevates it to a whole other level, and the action is just superb. It's a great switch up from your normal traditional superhero movies.
And what did you not like about the film?
I mean, I thought the film felt a little formulaic. Structurally, it just didn't feel like there was a lot of room for everything to breathe necessarily. There were a lot of great plot points and set pieces that they planted along the way, but I think it just got a little cluttered towards the end, and ultimately you had all that dueling for your attention, so naturally some things fell by the wayside.
And do you think people need to have seen the previous Superman films or any other previous Superman films to watch this and enjoy this?
No, and in my opinion, the previous Superman film doesn't do nearly as good of a job at establishing how much personality personality and character Superman really has. I think that this movie would be great for anybody getting into Superman for the first time, just to get an adaptation of the character that really feels colorful and like they brought it to life in a respectful way.
Wow. I guess you've kind of got into that, but Henry Cavill versus David Corenswet's Superman.
That's they're both doing great things on their own. You can't make me choose. I think that David Corenswet is a real star. That movie really sold me on his screen presence, and I think that Henry Cavill, it's yet to see if David Corenswet can match his range, but I don't know if Henry Cavill is quite as good of a Superman as David Corenswet, in my opinion.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough. So
Yeah.
you talked about the camera work.
Yes.
What was it about the camera work that spoke to you, or you thought was
The
interesting?
camera movement throughout the story was so consistent in the way that it treated its characters and revolved around them. It almost, and I will say this, I'll rephrase. I think that this movie is doing so much for comic book movies that we have not seen in other comic book movies, considering how much it's placing you in that. This movie really feels like a comic book, feels like a superhero story, and you feel planted in that from the beginning, and the camera is doing all of the heavy lifting there. It is really, it's hard to describe, but it's something better seen than described, in my opinion.
Any final thoughts on the film?
I loved it. I would recommend that you see this in a theater, if at all, because the theater experience is electric, and it is really one of those movies that you gotta see on the big screen.
Awesome, fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm here with
Tyrie,
So where are you from in the States?
Brooklyn, New York.
Nice. Brooklyn, born and raised, or New York, born and raised?
Yeah, Brooklyn,
Wow.
New York, born and raised.
New York, New York.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what made you want to see the Superman film?
Actually, my friend told me to come out and see it. I said, all right, why not? I'm not like a super fan of the series or anything like that, but I do enjoy a good movie, so.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate the film?
I'd give it a cool 9.
9. That's the highest you've had so far.
It's pretty good.
What's so good about it?
It's just a really smooth movie. Like the progression of the movie, it didn't put me to sleep. Usually I'll fall asleep in the movies, I'm not gonna lie. So, the progression didn't really bore me too much. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, I think it's a good runtime.
Yeah, it had good amount of lows and a good amount of the highs and stuff like that.
What was the best part of the film for you?
I actually like Lex Luthor.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think he was a really good Lex Luthor.
What in particular was good about him?
He captured like that kind of like subtle brilliance of Lex, because I used to watch the cartoons and stuff. So
And his slight madness, I felt.
yeah,
as well.
he definitely was a grim Lex as well. Like he was, straddling the line of like bright and then super dark.
Yeah. And his ego as well.
Right. So
Cool.
it was nice.
And what was the worst part of the film for you?
I don't have any bad parts.
All right, fair enough. You just loved the film through and through.
Yeah, I was even saying that it's something that, whenever it comes out on like regular TV or anything like that, I'll watch it again. It's good. It's nice.
So James Gunn, you've got your biggest fan here.
Thank you.
Do you think you need to have seen any other Superman films to watch this film?
No, and the thing with Superman, I feel like it's, and no disrespect to the DC franchise, but like with the Marvel movies, they kind of keep going. They're still trying to find their way with this. So I think that they have a good one with this one.
Awesome, fantastic. And Henry Cavill versus David Corenswet, what's your thoughts?
So David, this Superman,
Yeah.
by far a better Superman than Henry Cavill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a big Henry Cavill fan.
I'm
so
not mad
I
at
was
you. A lot of people are, yeah. But I don't know. Like anytime I saw the other Superman with Henry, and it didn't captivate me too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I think Corenswet is amazing, and he definitely channels that Christopher Reeve's essence.
Yeah, it's like he captures both the Clark Kent and the Superman
exactly,
aspect. Where Henry, I believe he's more like just Superman.
That's a good analysis. Very good analysis.
Yeah.
Any final comments to the world about the film?
I'd recommend it. I definitely recommend it. Anyone who says, maybe I'm gonna see that, or anyone who might be a fan of it, for sure see it. I don't think anyone will be disappointed with
I'm
it.
surprised so far. No one's slated it so far. 7's the lowest so far.
It's good.
All right.
It is good. Yeah.
All right.
Look,
Okay.
maybe the diehard Superman fans will say, yeah, 7, right? They're like, but even that, you can't really down it. It's not a bad movie. So
All
for
right.
sure.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thank you.
Wasim,
And where are you from in the States?
I am from Texas.
Texas. Nice.
sir.
What brings you to New York?
I'm here visiting, and it's actually my last day, and I couldn't leave without seeing Superman.
So what made you want to see the Superman film?
Well, I've been a big fan of superhero movies ever since I was a kid. This is the first Superman movie since Henry Cavill, who I still believe should be Superman. I think it's going to be really fun, really exciting, so I'm really excited.
hours later.
Scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being worst film ever and 10 being the best film, what rating would you give it?
I think it's extremely different from the old Superman films. For me, walking out of that, the way that the film ended, I like the third act a lot more. Give it 8 out of 10.
That's a high score.
Yeah.
What's the best part of the film for you?
The symbolism of a lot of things. I think people are going to know what I'm saying when they see the film. I think this movie gives people a lot of hope, gives people the exact feeling of what a superhero should be, and what a superhero movie should be, which is promoting the right message. It's much more brighter, and then it's much more happier. It's exactly what Superman should be.
Awesome. And what was the worst part of the film for you?
Wow. I think I would have liked Superman to be a little bit more Henry Cavill, a little bit more. I think
In what way?
a little bit more tough, a little bit more independent, but I think the point is that he's a young guy and he's supposed to feel more human, more relatable. So that's just me. I like Henry Cavill Superman, I like David Cornsworth Superman, but for me, I think we could find a better balance of Superman being more independent. But it was great.
And do you think anyone needs to see any other Superman films to watch this film?
No, I think it's completely different, completely disconnected. I think definitely watch Man of Steel because it's, for me, an amazing film in general, but this is the better Superman film.
Okay, so you think this film is better than Man of Steel? Is what you just said?
Yes.
Okay, no matter way. I don't know, I can see why people can think that. I love Man of Steel myself. I do have some issues with it, namely Superman unaliving someone isn't something that you should be doing as Superman, but I can see why people will like this film as well. And any final words about the film?
Go watch it. I think everybody needs to see it. I think the world needs to see it. This is the movie that the world needs right now. And this is going to wake a lot of people up to what films should be, which is a platform to mask serious messages of hope with fun and joy.
Very well said. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your name?
My name is Natalie.
Nice. And where are you from in the States?
I am from Queens, Forest Hill.
And why did you want to see the Superman film?
Because I love Superman. That was my first superhero film. It was Superman Christopher Reeve. So yeah, it's like nostalgic and it's exciting because they have a new guy, and it's been a long time since I really watched Superman in theaters. So
and on the scale of 1 to 10, what rating would you give it?
I can't give it best one ever, but definitely like 8 or 9.
Okay.
Because it was really a lot of fun. The music was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was just fun. Like you really had a lot of fun watching this. So I definitely give it an 8 or a 9.
What was the best part of the film?
That's a good question. Honestly, I was a little skeptical about the crypto dog because it was so CGI. But honestly, like I really loved the crypto dog. Something about it, I don't know. I just really, that was like the best part, I think, too. For sure.
And what was the worst part of the film?
I was a little disappointed in, so like going into the film, Lewis already knows Superman is Superman, right? Like Clark Kent is Superman. I enjoy watching the moments of like them trying to figure it out or that surprise moment. So I kind of missed that. I feel like I got gypped a bit, but that's really the only complaint I have. Everything else was great.
And then Henry Cavill versus David Cornsworth. What are your thoughts?
That's a tough, you can't do that. The look Henry Cavill for sure. That's a tough one. I think they match, honestly. I think look-wise, Henry has a few points higher, but everything else they match. They did a really good job, both equally.
And do you think people need to have seen any other Superman films to enjoy this film?
Not at all. It feels like a total reboot, but like in a different style, different everything. It's like it's a completely separate series right now. So like, yeah, you don't really need to see. I saw the first original Supermans. I just recently caught up with Henry Cavill, so like I'm kind of new. I haven't watched everything. I haven't watched Smallville. So this is like a total reboot for sure.
Any final thoughts about the film you want to share with the world?
Go see it, man. It's awesome. I had such a good time. All my friends had a great time too. Like it was just really a lot of fun. And definitely watch it in theaters. Don't wait till you watch it at home. This is something you watch like in theater.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Fantastic. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Xavier.
Nice.
Reno.
And where are you from?
Yeah, New York, the Bronx.
You just said that you've seen the film 3 times already.
3 times, yeah. I'm gonna watch it again, 4th time.
Wow, so you must really like it. Why did you want to see the film in the first place?
I feel like Superman has always been the best superhero. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I think Superman is the definitive superhero. So I liked all of James Gunn's films, from the Guardians movies to the Squad. Hasn't really let me down. So the new one, him directing Superman, was pretty big for me.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, what rating would you give it?
I'm pretty biased right now, I'll be honest. It's a 10. I think the lowest like it could go is a 9, only because I kind of wish the movie was a bit longer. Everything goes smooth, but there's a lot that happens, and it happens kind of fast. But I liked it.
That's a super high rating, the highest so far.
Yeah,
10 out of 10. All right.
Yep.
What was the best part about the film?
I think the hope aspect. There's a lot of hope in the movie and humanity in the movie that I wanted, but the way he does it, even with the OG music, it almost makes you tear up just a little bit.
My world rocked. It's like, are you crying? No, I'm not crying.
You're crying. It's okay to cry. People cry.
Because it's just so inspiring. And you really leave the theater inspired to just be better.
What was the worst part about the film?
Maybe the pacing. It is a bit fast. It starts and then a lot happens very quick. And the problem I have is almost in the middle of the movie. I wish we would have got more Clark. There's a lot of Superman, not a lot of Clark.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
he barely does any journalism, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think people need to have seen any of the other Superman films to watch this one?
No. I think this is the definitive Superman movie, and if you don't know if you like Superman, you watch this movie, and if you watch the movie and you don't like it, I don't think you're gonna like Superman.
Okay.
Because this movie is a Superman movie.
Alright, so Henry Cavill versus David Corenswet, what do you think?
David Cornstar all day.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe Henry looks better, but I think David plays both roles very good, very different, and he just brings his A game. Like just the first scene, it feels different.
Right, and I see you've got the Superman shirt. Do you want to show it to the world?
Yeah. I bought a Superman suit, but it's not coming on time.
Any last comments about the film?
I just watched it in 4DX. I feel like if you're not sure about the movie, you should go to 4DX, maybe enhance the experience for yourself, because the last hour of the movie is crazy. It's just pure action. So the seats are going crazy nonstop. I feel like the movie is very inspiring. If you have children, you should definitely watch the movie. Very funny too, surprisingly funny. Usually the humor is a bit 50-50. Very funny, a lot of cheering in the crowd. So very inspiring movie, and I would highly recommend it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Pudding, cheese. That's a lot of screensaver. All right. Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Cody and I'm embarking on an exciting challenge going from 3,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. I need your help to achieve this. I am a YouTuber, I make great exciting videos, traveling, asking people about hot topics. You can check out my videos, subscribe, follow, share and like. Let's hit this target of 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. Together we can do this. Let the internet unite and let's make this happen.